last word on sports. First American Bank's 4th Down on 4.
Welcome into 4th Down, an abbreviated camp up at Millsaps beginning to wind down, but are there more questions than answers? This abbreviated camp certainly has answered several questions, but how many more need to be answered as the Saints begin to head back to Airline Drive? They'll break camp tomorrow. But there's not as much uncertainty surrounding the team now as there was after that disappointing 7-9 campaign a year ago. So as the halfway point of the preseason draws near, Juan Kincaid looks back at what was and what still could be.
What was supposed to be a special teams-filled morning workout turned into the exact opposite. Full contact greeted the Saints in the AM, with an emphasis put on pounding the rock on short yardage situations.
But definitely an emphasis, and it's hard to, in training camp, get all the work, but the preseason games give you an opportunity to see where you're at. So, but both goal line short yardage need to be areas that we operate efficiently in, especially the goal line, though. If you looked at last year's numbers, that's an area that I think we can be better, our goal line run game.
It was the first time in quite some time that the Saints had gone full contact during practice. But it also meant that guys like Jeremy Shockey, Reggie Bush, Bobby McCray, and Brian Young would not work out. Payton's thinking was those 4 players would get nearly 2 full days to rest their lingering injuries, since he gave the team the afternoon off. As for the guys that were on the field, Payton laid some praise. He said the highest graded group on the field this camp has been along the offensive line.
You know, I thought Goodwin had a good game the other night. Stinchcom's been solid. Those guys up front have been pretty solid.
He also singled out rookie Carl Nix as a guy that could break into the starting rotation. At kicker, the challenge today was distance and accuracy. Both Martin Gramatica and Taylor Melhoff had the distance from 53 yards out, but only Gramatica split the uprights.
It's important for us to play the best player, and Martin has been consistent.
Speaking of consistency, the defense continues to make plays. So we have co-plays of the day. Mark Brunell passing, Jonathan Vilma intercepting. A bit later on, in the red zone, again it's Brunell. This time it's Chris Reese, showing some nice awareness, coming up with the INT. And how about a hit to end it on? Running back Linnell Hamilton, the L train, delivering it.
All right, Juan joins us now live from Jackson with more, and let's do some quick injury updates. Jeremy Shockey still not 100%, but getting close, right?
Well, Scott, with Jeremy, it's kind of a good news, bad news situation. The good news is he will eventually play in a game for this football team. But the bad news is it's not going to happen anytime soon. It really is the same injury that he came here with, the leg injury, and he's been out of pads more so than being in pads. Payton said it's unlikely he'll play in the game against Houston next weekend.
But he does expect him to be back for those final 2 preseason games to hopefully get some reps. Maybe not as good a case for Adrian Arrington. His turf toe a little bit more serious than initially thought, but has he done enough to afford not being on the field right now?
Well, Scott, Sean Payton said absolutely this kid has done enough through OTAs, through the rookie camp, and of course now in about 2 weeks of training camp work. He injured his toe in the first preseason game. It's being called a grade 2 turf toe, which means the ligament underneath the big toe is strained. He's out at least a week. But, you know, it's one of those injuries where they play on the turf here at Millsaps College. Of course, going back to New Orleans this week, the grass will help a little bit, but it's one of those things. He has to be off his feet for a week and then go through a rehab to get back on the field again.
What do you think? Still a possibility, though, with this injury and seeing how crowded they are at this position. There's a chance he goes on the IR, something they did similar with DeMario Presley. They don't want to release him because someone will pick him up, but there's a chance they stick him on IR and almost give him that red shirt, huh?
Well, Scott, the thing I think is that's in favor of the Saints right now is they have about 3 weeks to make a decision. This is a kid that's going to obviously make the first cuts. And again, the fact that he's proven himself through the mini camp with the rookies, through the OTAs, and of course now here in the first part of training camp, the fact that he's proven himself already, Sean Payton's willing to put a gamble on this guy and say, you know what, we're going to stick with you for a little bit longer instead of putting you on IR, which we would lose you for the entire year. I tell you what it does do, Scott, is it brings a guy like Devery Henderson back in the mix. Of course, a week and a half ago, Devery injures his hamstring in practice in a collision with Tracy Porter. He goes out, misses the first preseason game, but now he's come back about 90-95% healthy. And so, of course, with Arrington going out, Henderson gets his chance to shine once again and get himself back in the mix.
And he's a guy that's got to be on the field right now because he's definitely on the bubble. Let's go to the kicking game. You talked about it briefly in your story. Is Sean Payton, though, still a little gun shy from the Olindo Mare debacle a year ago? And could that lead to him possibly keeping 2 kickers this season?
Well, Scott, it was a lose-lose last year for the Saints. Of course, he gets rid of John Carney, who was, phenomenal with kicking field goals, but not very accurate from distance, couldn't reach it. And then Olindo Mare come in, it can't hit anything. This year it's Taylor Melhoff, the guy trying to take the job from Martin Gramatica today. Both guys knocked it from 53 yards. Melhoff missed it, but Sean Payton said he's not opposed to going with the younger kid if he can do both, but he's also not opposed to carrying 2 kickers again like he did last year.
At some point, a rookie kicker has to eventually get his break. Sean Payton obviously doesn't have any qualms with doing that. Juan, stick right there. Much more with Juan Kincaid from Jackson after the break. Plus, who checked out of Millsaps early today? More Saints talk when we come back. You're watching 4th Down. Welcome back into 4th Down. From Ditka's dreadlocks to woulda, coulda, shoulda. If it's happened with the Saints over the last 30 years or so, Jim Henderson has probably been there. From lacrosse to Thibodeau to Jackson, Mississippi, he's followed and observed, getting a head start on each season by asking the important questions and some that aren't so important.
In 2 days, the Giants will be gone from these practice fields for another year, and the squeak will inherit this earth. Training camp is winding down, and now, maybe for the first time in nearly 3 weeks, we all can allow ourselves to think of hearth and home rather than pigskin and punishment. I've spent more than a year of my life collectively in Saints training camp. You learn, often the hard way, what it takes to survive it from year to year. Aaron Glenn knows what 15 years of training camps have taught him about the mindset required of an NFL cornerback.
No light in the tunnel, so don't look for it. Come in with your head down and know that we're going to have 2 practices every day and understand it's going to be hard work.
There are among them the superstars for whom a roster spot is assured, for whom practice performance will never spell life or death for a professional career. Billy Miller is not one of them.
I led a team in catches one year when I was down in Houston, and the next year they brought in the 2nd-round draft pick. So it was, every year I feel like I just have to keep fighting and keep scratching. And, being my 10th year, I understand that, so I come in with the attitude that I have to dominate.
Day after day, practice after practice. Each day bleeds into the next. Life's on a loop of breakfast, practice, lunch, nap, practice, dinner, meetings, sleep. Back and forth, over and over and over again. For some, the memories of loved ones sustain them, or of things one loves. Asked what most they miss during camp besides their families or their pets, and these are some of the creature comforts they do.
TiVo.
Golf.
My bluefish.
My bed.
TiVo actually might be the best thing invented since sliced bread, I think.
I do. I miss it. I do.
Well, what it is, it's a fish, okay?
That's blue?
And it's blue.
You know, in your bed, you got that one little dented spot. I miss that spot.
In 2 days, the things they dream of or dream on will again be reality. For a 3rd straight summer, the Saints hope to reap the physical and emotional rewards of an absence that makes the heart grow fonder of home, and the teammate fonder of another who's gone through the same monotonous, torturous existence.
Go somewhere different. It's kind of new, exciting. It's training camp, and that just makes it even nicer when you say, okay, camp is done. Now we're going back. Now we're going back home.
Going home. 2 wonderful words, 1 beautiful feeling. Of all the beautiful sights of training camp, the most beautiful is this: Millsaps College in your rearview mirror for another summer. Jim Henderson, 4th Down on 4.
I think it's safe to say Jim started feeling the heat a little bit. We're joined once again with Juan Kincaid. He's stuck in Jackson still. He hadn't got a little red car to escape. He's joining us live. Feeling the heat, though, in a different way was the Saints secondary coming into this training camp. But Sean Payton, as you and I spoke about earlier, likes how one player is really standing out so far in camp.
Scott, a number of guys, defensive guys, cornerback guys will be checking out just like Jim soon enough. But Usama Young is a guy that Sean Payton singled out today, saying of all the cornerbacks on the roster, he has shown the most upside and played the most. But he's benefited from guys like Tracy Porter and Mike McKenzie being out injured and coming back at certain points of camp. So he's gotten more snaps on the defensive side of the ball. He was mainly a nickel guy last year, but he's playing more at the cornerback position this time around, and also getting a lot of plays on the special teams as well.
Who are the two guys right now, if the season started today, that would be your cornerbacks, injuries included in that?
Wow, you know what, Scott? If I go by what I've seen so far, and obviously we do, I would say, first off, Mike McKenzie. It's a sad thing to think that the guy comes right off the injured list pretty much and comes back from that injured knee surgery, but walks right back into the starting lineup. And I think on the other side, your man, Randall Blue Gay. I think he's played as well as anybody over there. But Usama Young really has been pushing these guys for a starting spot.
You know, it didn't take Cedric Ellis long to move up into a starting role. It appears the question now is who will start alongside of him in that interior.
Well, Kendrick Clancy, Antoine Lake, there's so many guys right now that are trying to get into that position. It looks like Cedric Ellis has taken over Hollis Thomas's spot there. Not that Hollis has done anything wrong. It's just that it's hard to keep Cedric out the way he played in that first preseason game. Brian Young's the guy that's coming back from the knee injury. He's had a lot of swelling on that knee throughout camp. He came back and participated in his first full practice this week with the new brace on. Said it felt great. He looked very quick and very nimble. So that's a position worth keeping an eye on right now. There are 5 solid players that can play there, and that's not even talking about bringing a guy like Charles Grant into that position as well from the DN.
You know, last year Brian Simmons was brought in to unseat Mark Semino. Didn't happen. Is Jonathan Vilma healthy enough to unseat Mark Semino this year?
Not yet, but I think it's going to be very, very soon. You know, Mark Semino's been running with the ones mainly because Velma can't stay on the field for 2 practices. Sean Payton's treating him just like he is Shockey and Deuce McAllister, giving them 1 workout per day. And today, this morning, we did see Jonathan Vilma on the field, but likely not going to see him twice tomorrow.
And Mark Semino with a great preseason game against the Cardinals as well. Juan Kincaid in Jackson, Mississippi. Go find you a nice bed and a nice place to eat, huh?
Thanks, Scott. I appreciate it, man.
All right. Their own televisions, their own families, but it's not quite over just yet. The competition isn't, rather. The Saints closed out another grueling training camp in Jackson, but the competition's still open for several roster spots. Robert Meacham has come on strong of late to perhaps cement that 3rd receiver position. After that, it appears to be wide open, and while some still compete for playing time, others compete for paychecks. And as the team heads back to Airline Drive this week, the evaluation process still has a long way to go.
We're not even halfway. I mean, we've got a lot of work to do, and there aren't any jobs really etched in stone. I mean, these guys are competing really for 53 spots that are difficult to make. So this becomes difficult. It's serious for every one of these guys because they understand on a given play, a given rep, a given series, a lot can happen.
The Saints and Texans will begin workouts at the Saints facility beginning Wednesday. Stay up to the minute with everything camp related at WWLTV.com. You can find video blogs, Skylar Green's camp diary as well. Right now, Jim Henderson with a unique look back at the Saints' time in Jackson.
In 2 days, the Giants will be gone from these practice fields for another year, and the squeak will inherit this earth. Training camp is winding down, and now, maybe for the first time in nearly 3 weeks, we all can allow ourselves to think of hearth and home rather than pigskin and punishment. I've spent more than a year of my life collectively in Saints training camp. You learn, often the hard way, what it takes to survive it from year to year. Aaron Glenn knows what 15 years of training camps have taught him about the mindset required of an NFL cornerback.
No light at the end of the tunnel. So don't look for it. Come in with your head down and know that we're going to have 2 practices every day, and understand it's going to be hard work.
There are among them the superstars for whom a roster spot is assured, for whom practice performance will never spell life or death for a professional career. Billy Miller is not one of them.
I led a team in catches one year when I was down in Houston, and the next year they brought in the 2nd-round draft pick. So it was, every year I feel like I just have to keep fighting and keep scratching. And, being my 10th year, I understand that, so I come in with the attitude that I have to dominate.
Day after day, practice after practice. Each day bleeds into the next. Life's on a loop of breakfast, practice, lunch, nap, practice, dinner, meetings, sleep. back and forth, over and over and over again. For some, the memories of loved ones sustain them, or of things one loves. Asked what most they missed during camp besides their families or their pets, and these are some of the creature comforts they do.
TiVo.
Golf.
My bluefish.
My bed.
TiVo actually might be the best thing invented since sliced bread, I think.
I do. I miss it. I do.
Well, what it is, it's a fish, okay?
That's blue?
And it's blue.
You know, in your bed, you got that one little dented spot. I miss that spot.
In 2 days, the things they dream of or dream on will again be reality. For a third straight summer, the Saints hope to reap the physical and emotional rewards of an absence that makes the heart grow fonder of home, and the teammate fonder of another who's gone through the same monotonous, torturous existence.
Go somewhere different. It's kind of new, exciting. It's training camp, and that just makes it even nicer when you say, okay, camp is done. Now we're going back. Now we're going back home.
Going home. 2 wonderful words, 1 beautiful feeling. Of all the beautiful sights of training camp, the most beautiful is this: Millsaps College in your rearview mirror for another summer. In Jackson, Jim Henderson, Eyewitness Sports.
You know, I don't think he had his blinker on when he was making that left-hand turn there. The Hornets signed Ryan Bowen of
hard at work, sort of. This afternoon, Chesney had his annual one-day tryout for the New Orleans Saints. Chesney, who performs Thursday night at New Orleans Arena, had a few problems there. He is a big friend of head coach Sean Payton. Chesney practiced with the Saints last August before the Cincinnati game.
It gives me a chance to get away from the bus, get away from the tour, and get away from the generators and the catering and everything. You know, all my guitar players' amps are really loud in my ears every night. It gives me a chance to get away from all that.
What a problem. Chesney is 40 years old. He is 4 times the Academy of Country Music's Entertainer of the Year. Sweet music for the Saints would be a healthy Deuce McAllister for the season opener in 27 days. And today at camp, Deuce said he is well on his way back. For the Saints' all-time leading rusher, Sunday was a big day in his comeback from a second knee surgery in 3 years. The Saints went live in the morning workout. For Deuce McAllister, it was the first live contact in 11 months.
Yesterday was my first live action, getting in a couple plays. So, you know, probably the first couple of runs, the first couple of times, a little tentative, but, you know, once you got tackled and you're able to get up and, you know, you see things are fine, then, you know, it gives you a little confidence.
Deuce said on a scale of 1 to 10, he's only a 7, but getting better every day. Can he get back to the level that produced 4 1,000-yard rushing seasons and 27 career 100-yard rushing games? He said part of the process is getting back the burst that he had before the injury.
You know, it's getting there. You know, every day that I go out, you know, you're able to give a little more explosion, a little more speed, another move that, you know, you hadn't been able to perform. So, you know, the rehab process is coming along.
Deuce said he hopes to play Saturday in the Dome against the Houston Texans. He says preseason action is a must as part of the comeback.
At some point in time, I have to try to get some work in. I have to try to, you know, get some rust off, you know.
The Saints broke camp today. Will practice against the Houston Texans at the Metairie facility on Wednesday. A rare sight in Jackson this morning, rain. The steady rain forced the Saints inside in the Millsaps gym for the morning workout. In 3 years in Jackson, the Saints have had very few weather interruptions. At the